Today we start our video with a story of a small town nestled between rolling hills and vast fields. Lived a young girl named Sophia. Sophia was a bright and kind-hearted soul, known for her gentle demeanor and willingness to help others. However, her life was not without its challenges, especially when it came to her cousin, Michael. Michael was the opposite of Sophia in every way. He was arrogant, rude, and took every opportunity to belittle Sophia. He made fun of her dreams, insulted her intelligence, and disrespected her in front of their family. Sophia tried to ignore his taunts and focus on her own path, but his constant disrespect hurt her deeply. The turning point came during a family gathering. In front of everyone, Michael made a particularly cruel joke at Sophia's expense. Humiliated and heartbroken, Sophia decided it was time to take a stand, not just for herself, but for anyone who had ever been belittled by someone like Michael. Sophia knew that direct confrontation would not teach Michael a lesson. He thrived on attention and conflict, so she devised a plan that was subtle yet effective. Sophia had a passion for teaching, a skill Michael had often mocked as trivial. She decided to use her passion to her advantage. First, Sophia volunteered to tutor children in their community, focusing on those who struggled in school or came from challenging backgrounds. She used innovative teaching methods to make learning engaging and fun, helping her students achieve remarkable improvements in their grades and self-confidence. As Sophia's tutoring sessions became more popular, she initiated a free educational program for underprivileged children in her town. Her efforts caught the attention of the local community and media. She was featured in the local newspaper, highlighting her dedication to education and the positive impact she was making on the lives of young learners. But Sophia didn't stop there. She used her newfound recognition to start a campaign that promoted the importance of education, kindness, and the value of supporting each other's growth and dreams. The campaign quickly gained momentum, with many people, including those from her own town and beyond, joining in. They shared stories of educational triumphs and overcoming adversity, inspired by Sophia's message and dedication. Michael, who had initially scoffed at Sophia's efforts, began to see the impact of her work. Everywhere he went, he was reminded of the campaign and its message. People he respected praised Sophia's initiative and her dedication to teaching. He saw the positive change she was bringing to their community, and for the first time, he felt ashamed of his behavior. Sophia's campaign grew into a movement, leading to the establishment of a community center where people could come together to support educational initiatives and share their knowledge and skills. Sophia was invited to speak at various events, where she talked about her journey and the importance of education and treating others with respect and kindness. Michael, witnessing all this, realized the depth of his mistake. He approached Sophia, not to offer a simple apology, but to express his genuine remorse for his past actions and the pain he had caused. He admitted that he had been wrong and asked for her forgiveness. Sophia, seeing the sincere change in Michael, forgave him. She knew that revenge was never her goal. She wanted to make a difference, to turn the negativity she faced into something positive for her community. In the end, Sophia's revenge was not about getting back at Michael, but about rising above his disrespect and using her experiences to inspire a wave of positive change in education. Her story became a beacon of hope and a reminder that even in the face of disrespect and adversity, one can achieve greatness and foster a community built on respect, understanding, and the transformative power of education. Another story is about a tale of a simple Christmas gift purchase that turned into a battle for consumer rights began in the heart of winter. The couple, both on a fixed income due to disability, decided to bring joy to their 9-year-old son by purchasing a football rebounder from a well-known UK sports retail company, not foreseeing the storm it would bring into their lives. After the purchase through the company's Irish website, an unexpected notification about customs charges from a courier service dressed in brown uniforms arrived. Confusion ensued, as all their Christmas shopping was accounted for, and they hadn't anticipated any additional costs. Believing it to be a scam, the husband urged his wife to investigate, leading to the discovery that their supposed joy bringer was the source of this unexpected stress. Having been shipped from the UK and incurring nearly €50 in customs charges. Faced with no choice, they paid the fee, but the husband, fueled by a sense of injustice, decided to confront the retailer. His initial attempts were met with long holds and unfulfilled promises of managerial callbacks. Persistence turned to frustration as polite requests were brushed aside and offers of inadequate compensation were made, all while their fundamental consumer rights were ignored. The turning point came when, after repeated attempts and escalating demands for a resolution that respected their rights, the husband was pushed to his limit. The representative's admission of ignorance about the policy on customs charges was the final straw. Armed with evidence of the company's failure to disclose these charges and a deep understanding of consumer rights, the husband issued an ultimatum: rectify the situation or face public exposure. Despite his threats, the awaited call from a manager never came, leaving the couple in a quandary. Refusing to be defeated, the husband embarked on a quest for justice, not just for his family, but for all consumers who might fall victim to such oversight. Harnessing the power of social media, he detailed their ordeal in a compelling narrative, tagging senior officers of the company on LinkedIn, and ignited a conversation about consumer rights and corporate accountability. The post quickly gained traction, shared by sympathizers and consumer rights advocates alike, becoming a rallying point for those who had experienced similar grievances. The viral nature of the story caught the attention of the media, leading to interviews and increased public scrutiny of the company's practices. Consumer rights organizations offered support, providing legal advice and advocating on their behalf. The growing pressure forced the company to take notice. Finally, a call came through, not just from a manager but from a senior executive, offering a sincere apology and a full refund of the customs charge. But the story didn't end there. The company, recognizing the need for change, announced a review of their international shipping policies and pledged to improve transparency about potential additional charges. Feeling the pressure, the company finally reached out. A big boss apologized and promised to fix things, like making extra fees clear on their website and improving how they talk to customers. They even gave money to help fight for consumer rights, showing they wanted to do better. This fight started over a simple Christmas gift, but ended up teaching a big lesson. The family showed that speaking up can bring change. Now, the toy wasn't just a toy anymore. It was a symbol of standing up to big companies and making them listen to the little guy. The family kept sharing their story, helping others know they too have the power to make a difference. This story is a testament to the power of persistence and the importance of advocating for what is right. It serves as a reminder that even one person can make a difference, especially when it comes to protecting the innocence and magic of childhood beliefs, like a child's belief in Santa. No company, no matter its revenue or reach, should ever feel entitled to compromise that. In the wake of their remarkable victory over a corporate giant, Anna and Marco felt invigorated. A fire kindled within them to champion the cause of consumer rights far beyond their own dispute. Their triumph was not just a personal win, but a beacon of hope for countless others caught in the web of opaque international transaction fees. They were determined to turn their ordeal into a force for widespread change. Our next story is of Alina and Tom, a young couple with a shared wanderlust, embarked on a long-awaited journey to Europe, a trip they had dreamed of since their college days. They were eager to explore historic cities, savor exotic cuisines, and immerse themselves in the rich tapestry of European culture. Before departing, they connected with Victor, an old college friend who had relocated to Europe years ago. Victor, effusive with his offers of hospitality and guidance, seemed like a blessing, promising to make their adventure even more memorable. Upon their arrival, Victor greeted them with open arms, exuding warmth and friendliness. He offered them a place to stay and became their unofficial tour guide, showing them local haunts and hidden gems that were off the beaten path. Initially, Alina and Tom were overjoyed, feeling fortunate to have such a knowledgeable and generous friend. However, as days passed, the couple began to notice unsettling discrepancies in Victor's behavior. He often insisted on taking them to overly expensive restaurants and exclusive clubs, where he would mysteriously disappear for hours, leaving them to cover hefty bills they hadn't anticipated. Victor's demeanor started to shift. His once friendly advice now felt more like commands, and his generosity appeared to be a facade masking ulterior motives. The situation escalated when Victor convinced them to invest in a foolproof local business venture, promising substantial returns. Trusting their friend, Alina and Tom naively contributed a significant portion of their savings, only to discover the investment was a sham. Victor vanished, leaving them stranded, betrayed, and financially depleted. Feeling vulnerable and deceived, Alina and Tom were determined not to let this betrayal end their dream trip or define their experience. They reported Victor to the local authorities and reached out to the embassy for assistance, but they knew the chances of recovering their money were slim. Refusing to be victims of their circumstance, they decided to salvage their trip and turn their misfortune into an empowering journey of resilience. The couple started documenting their experiences in a blog, sharing not only the enchanting beauty of Europe, but also the lessons learned from their misadventure. They offered advice on travel safety, how to spot and avoid scams, and the importance of skepticism when dealing with seemingly benevolent strangers. Their story resonated with many, transforming their blog into a platform for travelers seeking authentic and safe experiences. Alina and Tom's adventure took a new direction as they continued their travels with caution and wisdom. They engaged with locals through genuine interactions, discovering the true heart of the places they visited. They volunteered in community projects, leaving positive footprints in the cities that had captivated their hearts, despite the earlier ordeal. Months later, as their European journey came to an end, Alina and Tom returned home enriched not just by the sights they had seen, but by the profound personal growth they had experienced. They had faced deception and adversity, yet emerged stronger, more connected as a couple, and with a renewed sense of purpose. Their story became a testament to the strength found in adversity, the bonds that deepen through shared challenges, and the indomitable spirit of exploration. Alina and Tom had embarked on a trip to discover Europe, but ended up discovering themselves, their resilience, and the unbreakable power of their unity. Next story is of Annam and Vince, a cheerful couple known for their kind hearts and easy smiles, received an invitation to a party at a local bar. Excited for an evening of fun and friendship, they dressed up and headed out, unaware of the ordeal that awaited them. Upon arrival, they were greeted by a group of people they believed were friends. The night started with laughter, dancing, and shared stories. However, the atmosphere shifted as the group began to single out Annam and Vince, subjecting them to subtle jabs and underhanded comments. Initially, the couple brushed it off as playful teasing, but it soon became clear this was intentional bullying. The group's leader, Marco, who had once feigned friendship, led the charge. He tricked Annam into buying an expensive round of drinks for everyone, claiming it was a party tradition. Vince was mocked for his job, his clothes, and even his dreams. The couple felt isolated and humiliated, their evening of fun turning into a nightmare. Annam and Vince left the party early, feeling betrayed and hurt. But as they walked home, a spark of determination ignited within them. They decided not to let this incident slide. Instead of seeking direct confrontation, they chose a path of clever revenge that would expose the group's cruelty and vindicate their dignity. First, Annam, who was a talented graphic designer, created a series of compelling anti-bullying posters featuring anonymous stories from those who had been bullied, including their own. She made sure the posters were eye-catching and thought-provoking, designed to spark conversations about kindness and respect. Vince, on the other hand, had a wide network from his job in event planning. He leveraged this network to organize a charity event aimed at raising awareness about bullying and promoting inclusivity. He secured a popular venue, invited local celebrities, and ensured the event received ample publicity, including a special mention of the anti-bullying posters Annam had designed. The event was a huge success, drawing in a large crowd, including the group that had bullied them. Marco and his friends, unaware of who was behind the event, were taken aback to see their actions indirectly highlighted through the posters and speeches advocating against bullying. The highlight of the evening came when Annam and Vince shared their story, not naming names, but detailing the emotional impact of that night at the bar. The crowd's response was overwhelmingly supportive, with many expressing disdain for such behavior. In the days that followed, Marco and his group faced a backlash from the community. Their reputations suffered as people distanced themselves, unwilling to associate with known bullies. The bar where the party had taken place publicly denounced bullying and offered Annam and Vince a genuine apology, along with a promise to foster a more inclusive environment. Annam and Vince's revenge was not about humiliation, but about raising awareness and promoting positive change. They turned their painful experience into an opportunity to shine a light on the issue of bullying, earning them respect and admiration from the community. In the end, Annam and Vince realized that their greatest revenge was not the downfall of their bullies, but the strength they found in themselves and the positive impact they had on their community. They had transformed a moment of weakness into a powerful statement against bullying, proving that kindness and resilience can indeed triumph over cruelty. In another story, there lived two brothers, Liam and Ethan. Liam, the elder, was a well-respected member of the community, known for his hard work and honesty. Ethan, the younger, had always lived in his brother's shadow, feeling overlooked and underappreciated. Over time, this sense of neglect festered into a deep-seated jealousy towards Liam. Ethan's envy reached a boiling point when Liam was nominated for a prestigious local award, recognizing his contributions to the community. Unable to contain his bitterness, Ethan devised a malicious plan to tarnish Liam's reputation. He spread false rumors about Liam, accusing him of dishonest business practices and unethical behavior, accusations that quickly spread through the town like wildfire. The impact of Ethan's deceit was immediate and devastating. Liam found himself ostracized by those who had once supported him, his nomination withdrawn, and his once flourishing business began to suffer. Crushed by the betrayal and the unjust loss of his good name, Liam confronted Ethan, who, in a moment of guilt, confessed to everything. Despite the immense hurt caused by his brother's actions, Liam realized that retaliation would only prolong the cycle of bitterness between them. He decided instead to focus on clearing his name through his actions, rather than seeking revenge on Ethan. Liam began volunteering for local charities and community projects, letting his genuine character and dedication speak for itself. He offered free services from his business to those in need, gradually rebuilding the trust and respect of the community. Word of Liam's good deeds and unwavering integrity spread, slowly undoing the damage Ethan's rumors had caused. People began to question the validity of the accusations, and one by one, Liam's friends and supporters returned, offering apologies for their quick judgments. Meanwhile, Ethan watched as his brother, instead of crumbling under the weight of his deceit, rose above it with grace and dignity. Witnessing the positive impact of Liam's actions and the restoration of his reputation, Ethan experienced a profound change of heart. Ashamed of his actions and inspired by his brother's forgiveness and resilience, Ethan sought to make amends. He publicly admitted to fabricating the rumors about Liam, apologizing to both his brother and the community for the harm he had caused. Ethan's confession was met with mixed reactions, but Liam forgave him, knowing that holding onto anger would only hinder their ability to move forward. In the aftermath, the brothers worked together to rebuild not only Liam's business, but also their relationship. Ethan dedicated himself to supporting Liam's efforts in the community, and together they launched initiatives aimed at promoting unity and support among the town's residents. Over time, the brothers became a symbol of reconciliation and growth, their story inspiring others to overcome conflicts and misunderstandings through compassion and understanding. Liam's reputation was not only restored but enhanced, as he was recognized not just for his contributions to the community, but for his remarkable capacity for forgiveness. The tale of Liam and Ethan served as a poignant reminder that the path to healing and redemption lies not in revenge, but in the power of forgiveness, the courage to admit one's mistakes, and the strength to rebuild trust and integrity against all odds.